Okay, good evening. Thank you, everyone. We'll start with in-person questions first for Coach.
We just saw that the Justin Jackson signing was official. Is he actually available tonight?
Yes.
So what's that bring the total to available? 10?
10, yeah.
How do you deal with being so shorthanded now? I mean, there's even more people now.
Yeah. Some of the things we talked about last night is other guys will get a lot more opportunity. You saw that with Aaron last night, and especially with Romeo out now, his minutes will increase as well. Tough one is because of a back-to-back and the short numbers, guys are going to have to play larger minutes than we'd like again. But, we still have to be conscious of guys like Jalen coming back from the hamstring, although he's good now. Back-to-backs are still tough, and other guys will get more opportunity there. So a guy like Justin, it's unfortunate with Brodric and Sam and some of our two-way guys that are in the health and safety protocols that they won't get the opportunity and some needed minutes there, but we'll increase Peyton's and some of the younger guys as well.
And what's the deal with Romeo? How serious is his injury?
He's out tonight. Took that hard hit and has quite a bit of soreness in his neck, stiffness, and just won't be available tonight, but don't think it's anything long-term past another day or two.
And who do you think you're going to start tonight?
Aaron.
Yep.
Ime, you spent the last 2 months, it feels like, talking about waiting to get your whole team back. It seemed like this week you were going to have your whole team back for a while, and now you're dealing with this again. Like, what level of frustration is there just at the kind of never-ending churn you've had to deal with so far?
The frustration may be on instances where it's, pain and fatigue and stuff like that. These are things you can't control.
Right.
The league is dealing with it in general. We have the last year and a half or so. And so, that part is what it is. We dealt with it in preseason with Al and Jalen, and other guys stepped up. And the thing about it is it's not an excuse for anybody across the league. And a lot of these games, if we come out with the right intent and, like a game like last night, are still winnable games, So we have enough to do what we need to do. And like I said, other guys are going to have to step up with increased roles. And then at the end of the day, you have two really good young superstars that can carry the load.
And as part of that, it's been a struggle shooting the ball in particular for Aaron this season. Obviously played pretty well last night. In some ways, is situations like this a chance for a guy like that to get some minutes and get himself going in a way that, maybe if you had everybody, you might not have had that kind of opportunity?
Yeah, definitely. And sometimes all it is needed minutes and consistency as far as that. When we have Dennis playing or Josh playing, they're playing very well, Grant as well. And so those minutes are going to be harder to come by, and for him to get in the rhythm, it's not going to be the same opportunity there. So this kind of forces that situation. And, we've seen him at times last year as well as Summer League, and even in games this year when Josh was out in Miami, go off on a streak. And so we're hoping that comes tonight. And, getting 2 in a row now is obviously more of an opportunity for him, and we hope he takes advantage of it.
Thank you.
Was Romeo screened for concussion?
He was checked last night and deemed no concussion.
With Robert offensively, do you want him to be more aggressive to use his dribble? Because they're kind of leaving him kind of in that in-between area, 6 to 8 feet, where he's thinking about shooting. I know his release is kind of slow. How do you want him to kind of approach improving offensively without doing something outside of the box?
Yeah, the first thing would be to not predetermine what he's going to do there. Take advantage of what he has at the rim. Sometimes he's looking to pass when he has opportunities to score, and he's a really good passer. And I think that's kind of his nature, looking at guys. But a team like last night that was undersized for the most part, we felt like they didn't have a lot of rim protection. We're telling him to take advantage of those and look at the rim first and then see what you have. So things he works on daily, and you got to continue, to be aggressive there, but not take away some of his strengths, which are passing in the pocket and making some excellent reads.
Is he progressing offensively, you think?
Yeah, we've talked about that lately. A big part was the activity on the offensive glass, but I've also talked to him about expanding his game overall. Because he's a good passer and he has good touch in there, he has to be able to do some different things. I said, be a disservice to him if, 8-10 years in the league and all you are is a lob guy. And so I've talked to him about that, and something we work on daily. Touch shots around the rim, quick releases, different finishes, as well as being able to catch lobs and make passes in there.
during your career, you were a guy who had to be ready in a pinch. And so could you relate to some of these guys now who are getting the errands and the guys who are suddenly getting thrust in because of injury? I mean, how do you kind of talk to them about that?
Yeah, just saying be prepared at all times. And these are different circumstances. And, even I've been in over the years that, a whole team is out and opportunity is there. So it's not like they're just being thrown in this game. They have time to prepare and be ready, knowing what's going on around the league. And so it's part of being a professional, especially for a young guy with inconsistent minutes. You got to take advantage of these opportunities, and we're confident they will. They have at times, as I mentioned. And so with all these guys out, you got a 5 or so game stretch, to do what you need to do. And so be aggressive, be confident in yourself. And I've talked to him about being summer league Aaron out there.
I'm just wondering, when you're dealing with COVID and health and safety protocols and all that testing, like, how do you kind of approach like the results? Like, is there nervousness, worry, or is that just an uncontrollable you just kind of deal with?
It kind of is what it is. It's a situation where you're hit hard and others are around the league, and you're just hoping it stays at that, knowing there is a possibility of more to come, and which we had today. And so, we have, like I said, we have enough. And whether it's 11 guys, 10 one night, hopefully you get Dennis and some guys back from the non-COVID illnesses that can come back sooner. But like I mentioned last night, a situation, if we play up to our standard in the first half, what we did in the second half was special. And so we have enough to win with what we have. When everybody's back, they'll be back, and we'll be whole at some point. But nobody's feeling sorry for you. The league is what it is, and guys are coming and going on every team. And that's when you look at your mainstays and guys that are available to carry you.
Is there, do you know if there's any plans to sign anyone else, or is Justin for now the only one you know?
Justin for now. We had obviously a late one with Brodric Thomas going out, and so there is some more availability that we're talking about and looking at.
Cool. Thank you.
Yes.
Wrap it up right there. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.